I want to take you to County Hall, where we expect that the Public Accounts and Investments Committee will hold a high-powered meeting with Treasury, CS, the DCI, the Auditor General, the EACC. They have questions, audit queries regarding activities in counties, I believe. And that's what's going to be happening. Do we have those live pictures? We can now take you there immediately and listen in.
Meeting before, so yes. You need to show up on the first invitation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the whereabouts of your secretariat?
I don't know.
They are on. They are on the way.
I delegated that to Dr. Dabar to make sure he comes with them, but I'm surprised because this is a very honorable committee. How can we arrive as commissioners and the staff have not yet reached here?
Kindly make sure.
Yes, sir.
By the time you're making a presentation, yes, your secretariat is present.
Yes.
The other team that was invited was the Treasury. I've seen Mheshimiwa Gashui. You need to tell us the whereabouts of the CS.
Thank you, Chair. And I want to confirm that we got the invitation early. We got the other one for confirming this venue yesterday in the evening. But fortunately, when we got the invitation, we had prepared. My cabinet secretary was supposed to be here. And as late as yesterday, 8 o'clock, we are still in the office. We had some adjustments in the budget. So we agreed that I come and represent him. Actually, even today, we're still preparing the budget, which we're supposed to submit by Thursday, tomorrow, to Parliament. And also the other technical team, we are preparing for the East African Legislative Management Act on the taxes. So we have the technocrats doing that. But I've come with a technocrat who is a senior advisor and intergovernmental fiscal affairs. Actually, he's been attending. He was even in Kisumu. So I believe we are a team that is competent and we have the write-up. And the CS also agreed that if in case of anything that I would want further clarified, we can go out with the questions and have the submissions done later by today, if anything that we will not be able to finalize today here.
Members, I think that's a better attitude than in the past, where CASs have come before us and said that they are assistant ministers, so they are capable of representing the CS. This invitation was sent to the PS, inviting the CS Treasury, and what we can take as a committee is a mitigation and the explanations that we have put before us. And I think, members, with the strong warning that we are given the other institutions, the CS Treasury must also know that Senate is as important as any of the other duties that he is discharging.
Mr. Chair, also the permanent secretary will have been here, but he's gone to China with the president. His advanced team. Actually, the CS did not make it because of this budget issue. He had to delegate to the PS to go to China with the president. So that's why he's locked up in our meeting. We have some adjustments that have come, and we want to have a lean budget. So he has to be personally there to make sure that all adjustments are befitting, so that by tomorrow we're able to present the budget to you. But he said that anything that will be requested, he will be able to answer in writing and give it to the committee by the end of the day if we're not able to represent him satisfactorily.
Members, with that mitigation, we can give the Treasury a hearing through the CAS, but as a House, we have maintained that CASs have not been vetted by Parliament, and therefore we will only listen to them under exceptional circumstances like this one that we currently find ourselves in. And then finally, the Auditor General, I know his time is later on at 11. Do we have information on whether he's coming?
Thank you, Chair. The Auditor General has confirmed that he's coming according to the time on the program.
Excellent. The EACC, the DPP and DCI, Clerk, do you have any information about their whereabouts?
DCI has indicated that he is out of Nairobi, and his deputy has also is also out of Kenya, and he did not, according to the information, he did not wish to have left it to a very junior officer before the Senate. Thank you. So we don't expect someone from DCI. DPP said they will send us a representation. Mr. Ondari is on the way.
Members, I think for us to manage time, it's a very busy day. I want to suggest that we start with the submission of the control of budget on the specific issues that had been listed. One was to deliberate on corruption risk assessment in county governments, pending bills in county governments, the enforcement of provisions of Article 2 to 8 on withdrawal of funds by the county government, and process of budget approval for county governments. But I want to add something that I want all the other stakeholders to address themselves to. Article 190 of the Constitution that says that Parliament shall come up with legislation on withholding or stoppage of funds for public entities that have persistent material breaches of the law. It is further expanded in Article 2 to 5 of the Constitution that gives the power to the Treasury, the CS Treasury, to stop remittance of funds to counties where certain conditions have not been met. This is further given effect in the PFM Act, sections 93 all the way to sections 99. And at the end of this meeting, we are going to ask ourselves, if there are counties that have persistently breached the financial regulations, counties that have persistently been on the radar of EACC as far as corruption is concerned, counties that the COB has persistently reported that their budgetary control and performance is poor, that 90% is going into operations and only 10% going into development. Counties that have consistently had disclaimers and adverse opinions. Can we make a resolution at the end of the day today that the CS Treasury is going to initiate the process of withholding funds until a proper recovery plan is put in place? So beside the other issues that you had prepared for, please also address yourself to that very specific topic. Senator Linturi, you are to chair this session, so I don't want to be too formal. So unless you want to put in a word before the control of budget presents, but you will also guide us in the questions and the plenary and framing the discussion after that.
Yeah, no, I don't really have much to say because I won't be speculative. I can only ask that now we expeditiously move straight away to the receipt of the submissions being submissions being done by the various institutions that are appearing today, and then from there we'll be able to engage them after we've heard what they have to say in regard to the matters that are in question.
So, COB, could you, how much time would you need?
Chairman, with just on a point of order.
Yes, Senator.
Because we also may want to come on, to interject on a few issues. Probably it's important first we go on record. I think those of us who come a bit later. My name is Omatangi Ikemani, Senator Kiambu County. I'm a member of this committee. And Chair, I wanted to, on that last point that you made, as far as stoppage of funds is concerned, Chairman, as you ask, especially Treasury, to address themselves to that issue, it is important that it also be clear that in the record of the Senate has initiated earlier that proposal and move, and indeed wrote to Treasury and recommended a few counties which Senate thought that funds should have been stopped. And then Treasury responded with quite a number of, would you call them reasons or excuses or references to certain parts of law. And probably then in that answer on that consideration, Chair, I think it's important that they be addressing themselves to the specific issues and laws that they referred to that hinder them from stopping remittance of funds to counties, although those counties have been